Alright everyone, in this video we are going to be looking at multiplication in number base. So we have two examples here. So we are going to be treating about 3 examples, different bases for each of them. So 2 examples that we have here. Example 1 says 3 2 1 base 5 times 2 1 in base 5. So we are going to be doing this just like the normal multiplication. 3 2 1 in base 5, then times 21 in base 5. So we have 1 times 1 is going to be 1. 1 times 2 is going to be 2. 1 times 3 is going to be 3. 2 times 1 is going to be 2. 2 times 2 is going to be 4. 4 is a number in base 5. So 2 times 3 is going to be 6. But I will not write 6 because 6 is not a number in base 5. So how do we go about it? So we need to convert 6 to a base 5 number. So we have 6 divided by the base you are looking at, which is base 5. So that's how you can easily do it. So 6 divided by the base you are looking at, which is 5, is going to be 1 remainder 1. So I'm going to be writing 1, and at the same time I'm going to be writing 1 here. So we have 1 remainder 1. So the same thing, then you add everything all together. So the final answer is going to be 1. 2 plus 2 is going to be 4. 4 is a number in base 5. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 is not a number in base 5. So I'm going to be converting it to base 5 number by dividing it by the base, which is 5. 7 divided by 5 is going to be 1 remainder 2. So I'm going to be writing the remainder as usual. So we are writing the remainder. That's how we do first. So the remainder first, which is going to be 2. So you keep 1. Then add the 1 to the 1 you have here. You have 1 plus 1 is 2. Then we also have the last one here, which is 1 here. So the final answer is 1 2 2 4 1 in base 5. 1 2 2 4 1 in base 5. Now let's consider example 2 that says 354 in base 8 multiplied by 463 also in base 8. So I'm going to be looking at this using the same procedure. 3 times 4 is 12, but 12 is not a number in base 8. So I'm going to say 12 divided by 8. So I'm going to use 8 to divide 12. 12 divided by 8. We are dividing by 8 because the base we are considering here is base 8. So which is going to be 1 remainder 4. So we are writing the remainder, which is 4. Then we still keep our 1. So 3 times 5 is 15 plus 1. That's 16. But you cannot write 16 in base 8. So you have to say 16 divided by the base you are looking at, which is 8. And that's 1, 2 remainder 0. So you write 0. So this time around we are keeping 2. So we have 3 times 3 is 9 plus 2. That's 11. I cannot write 11 in base 8. So instead I'm going to say 11 divided by 8, which is going to be 1 remainder 3. Of course, we are writing the remainder first since there is no other number to multiply. So I'm going to write 1. So then we do the same thing for 6. 6 times 4 is 24. But I cannot write 24 because 24 is not a number in base 8. So I'm going to repeat the same procedure. 24 divided by 8, which is going to give me 3 remainder 0. So it's going to be 3 remainder 0. So I'm going to be writing 0 while I keep 3. I'm writing the remainder, which is 0, then I keep 3. Then also 6 times 5 is 30. Then I'm going to add the 3 that I kept, which becomes 33. But I cannot write 33 because it's base 8. So I'm going to repeat the same procedure by dividing 33 by the base we are looking at, which is 8 in this case. So 33 divided by 8 is all I'm going to do. So I'm going to say 33 divided by 8, which is going to give me 4 remainder 1. So we have 4 remainder 1. Of course, we are going to write the remainder, which is 1. Then I keep 4. Then 6 times 3 is 18. 18 plus 4 gives 22. Of course, I cannot write 22. I'm going to repeat the same thing. 22 divided by 8, which is going to be 2 remainder 6. So it's going to be 2 remainder 6. So I'm going to write the remainder, which is 6. And since there is no other number to multiply with, I'm going to write the 2 as it is. So we have 2, 6, 1, 0 for this. And I'm going to use 4 also to multiply. We have 4 times 4 is 16. Of course, I cannot write 16. I'm going to divide it by 8. So that's going to be 16 divided by 8 gives 2 remainder 0. So I'm going to write the 0, which is the remainder. So we have 0. Then I keep 2. Then 4 times 5 is 20 plus 2. That's 22. I cannot write 22. I'm going to divide it by 8. 22 divided by 8 is 2 remainder 6. 2 remainder 6. So I'm going to be writing the remainder, which is 6. Then I keep 2. Then 4 times 3 is 12. Then plus 2, that's 14. So I cannot write 14 in base 8. So I have 14 divided by 8, and that's 1 remainder 6. I'll write the remainder first, which is 6. But since there's no other number to multiply with, I have to write out the 1 also. So since I've done that, the next thing is to add everything together. So we have 4. So we have 0. We have 3 plus 1 is 4. We have 1 plus 6 is 7. Then plus another 6. That's 13. But I cannot write 13 in base 8. So instead, I'm going to do the same thing that I've been doing. So I'm going to divide 13 by the base, which is 8. So 13 divided by 8 is 1 remainder 5. So I'm going to write the remainder, which is 5. Then I keep 1. So I will add the 1 to 2 here, which becomes 3. 3 plus 6 is 9. I cannot write 9 in base 8. So we have 9 divided by 8. That's 1 remainder 1. Of course, I'm going to write the remainder, which is 1. And I keep 1. So the 1 that I have kept is going to be added to the last one here. Is 1 plus 1 is 2. So the final answer is 215404 in base 8. And that's how you go about this. Very easy. Now let's quickly progress to the third example, which is going to be the last example in this video. So we are going to be looking at a bigger base here, which is base 16. So here we have been asked to multiply A67F times 4, 3 in base 16. So we have A6, we have 7, and we have F multiplied by 4 and 3 in base 16 and base 16. Of course, we are going to be using 3 to multiply all through first. Then we are going to be using 4 to also multiply all through. So don't forget, F represents a particular number. If A is 10, then B is 11, and C is 12, and D is 13. It means E is going to be 14, while F will be 15. So F represents 15. F is representing 15 in this case because we are considering base 16. So 3 times f means 3 times 15, and 3 times 15 is 45. 3 times 15 is 45. Of course, I cannot write 45 in base 16. I have to divide by 16. So if I say 45 divided by 16, my answer is going to be 2. So when we have 2, there's going to be a remainder of 13. So it's going to be 2. If I say 45 divided by 16, it's going to give me 2 remainder 13. So I'm going to be writing the remainder, which is 13. But of course, I cannot write 13 as in 13 like that. I'm going to use the representation of 13, which is D. So I have D. So which means I'm keeping 2. Then again, 3 times 7 is 21 plus 2. That's 23. Of course, I cannot write 23 in base 16. I'm going to repeat the same thing. So 23 divided by 16, which is going to be 1 and remainder of what? Of 7. So I'm going to write the remainder, which is 7. Then I keep 1. Then again, 3 times 6 is 18. 18 plus 1 is 19. Of course, I cannot write 19. So I am going to divide 19 by 16 to get the remainder. So 19 divided by 16 is 1 remainder 3. So I will have to write the remainder, which is 3. Then I keep 1. Then again, 3 times A. Don't forget, A represents 10. So it means it's 3 times 10. 3 times 10 is 30. 30 plus 1 that I've kept is 31. I cannot write 31, of course. So which means it's going to be 31 divided by 16. I'm dividing by 16 because the base that I'm looking at, that I'm considering, is 16. So it's going to be 1, but in this case, the remainder is going to be 15. So we have 1 remainder 15. Of course, I'm going to be writing 15, but I won't write 15 as in 15, 1 and 5. I'm going to look at the letter representation of 15, which is F. So F is what I'm going to write. F. And since there's no other number to multiply with, I'm going to write out the 1 that I have there. So we have 1F 37D when I multiply by 3. So I'm going to repeat the same procedure, multiplying by 4 now. We have 4 times F. And don't forget, F is 15. So we have 4 times 15 is going to give us 60. So 4 times 15 is 60. But I cannot write 60 in base 16. Of course, I have to divide by 16. So I'm going to divide the 60 that I've gotten by 16 so that I can get the remainder. So 60 divided by 16 is going to give us so we have 3, of course. Why? Because 3 times 16 is 3 times 16 is going to give us 48. So when I remove 48 from 60, I'll be left with 12. So the remainder is 12. So that means 60 divided by 16 is 3, then remainder of 12. So I'm going to be writing remainder 12, but I won't write 12. Don't forget, C is representing 12. So I'll write C, and I'll keep 3. Then 4 times 7 is 28. Of course, plus 3 is going to give us 31. But I cannot write 31. I have to divide 31 by 16 also. 31 divided by 16. And that's going to give us 1 remainder 15. So we have 31 divided by 16 is going to give 1 remainder 15. So I'm going to write remainder of 15, but I won't write 15. I'm going to look at the letter representation of 15, which is F. So we have F. Then I will have 1. So 4 times 6 is 24. 24 plus 1, that's 25. When I divide 25 by 16, so 25 divided by 16 is going to be 1 remainder 9. Of course, I'm going to be writing the remainder, which is 9. And I will keep 1. Then 4 times A. A is 10. So 4 times 10 is 40 plus 1. That's 41. So if I divide 41 by 16, I'm going to be having 2, which is going to have a remainder of 9. So we have 41 divided by 16 is 2 remainder 9. Of course, I'm writing the remainder first, which is 9. Since there's no other number to multiply with, I'll write out the 2. Then I would add everything together. So we have D, 7 plus C. Don't forget, C is 12. So we have 7 plus 12 is 19. I cannot write 19. I have to divide by 16. 19 divided by 16 is 1 remainder 3. So I'm writing the remainder, which is 3. I'll keep 1. Then 3 plus F. F is 15. 15 plus 3 is 18. 18 plus the one that I've kept is 19. So I will not write 19. I will do the same thing, which is 1 remainder 3. So I'll write remainder of 3 also, keeping 1. So F is 15 plus 9 is 24. Plus the one that I've kept makes 25. I cannot write 25. I have to divide by 16. So if I have 25 divided by 16, it's going to give me 1 remainder 9 also. So I'm going to be writing the remainder, which is 9. The remainder, which is 9. I'll keep 1. So if I add 1 plus 9 here, it's 10. Plus the one that I've kept, that's 11. So 11 is a number in base 16. But I'm not going to be writing 11 as in 1 and 1. I'm going to be using the letter representation of 11. And the letter representation of 11 is B. So I'm going to write B. Then I have 2. So the final answer in base 16 is 2B9, 3D in base 16. It's quite explanatory. And this is how you solve problems with other bases that you come across. So stay blessed. Don't forget to like and share. You are great.